Audio often becomes an afterthought when filming, and let's be honest, there's a lot to get distracted by when trying to set the perfect shot up with your camera. ISO, aperture, speed, lighting, and a million other things that you're constantly thinking of. But clean audio is a very important element in video production and should not be overlooked. Knowing what decibel levels are and how to set them correctly can make or break your video. So, what's the correct way to balance your audio? Find out in 180 seconds. Now, before we get into adjusting audio levels, let's quickly discuss what a decibel is. A decibel is not a unit of loudness, but a ratio of it. Decibels are logarithmic units of measurement, which means that each unit multiplies the true value of the number exponentially. Basically, 3 decibels equals 2 times the power, 10 decibels equals 10 times the power, and 20 decibels equals 100 times the power. Now, I'm not going to go too far into the theory of this, but if you're interested in learning more, check out PhysClip's detailed article on this subject and how it affects audio devices. I've included the link below. Decibels are similar to temperature in that just like 0 degrees Celsius is the freezing point, 0 in decibels is the threshold of human hearing, the softest sound we can hear without external help. All of these are positive values. So why do audio devices show negative decibel output levels when you record? Decibels are not an absolute unit of measurement. It's relative to something else and act more like percentages. Audio devices measure decibels by voltage relative to the audio device versus the human hearing threshold, which measures sound pressure. In the case of audio equipment, 0 decibels is the highest output possible on the device before clipping and distorting. Setting the decibel levels correctly is the key to good, clean audio, and understanding how and why things work a certain way will always be beneficial, creatively and professionally. So, now that we know what decibels are, let's quickly get into adjusting the levels of your device. Setting your levels too high results in the audio getting distorted and having less room to adjust your audio in post. You never want your audio to pass 0 decibels, as we discussed before. If it does this, it can sound like this.
This is what audio sounds like when it passes 0 decibels.
Keep in mind that even if you maintain your audio levels at around -1 to -2 decibels, you have very little room to edit your audio in post. Setting your audio too low can add in a lot of unintended background noise and preamp noise. If you set it too low, it can sound like this in post. This is what audio sounds like when it's set too low. To correctly balance the audio levels for voice, you should have your decibel levels falling in between -6 decibels and -15 decibels. This allows you enough room to edit your audio and clean it up in post. Correctly set audio will sound like this. This is what correctly set audio levels sound like. And that's how you properly adjust your audio levels for video production work. If you like today's video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page for more weekly content. Until next week, this is John Owens with Frame Voyager.